camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Not a wolf. 6, right there, 56. Check pass. Alert 3. Rotate. Spell. Let it go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
56.
On 3rd down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 23.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. SOS.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Yeah. That's what I do. Hey, watch it.
2nd down. Murray sets to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go. Watch the flag.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it's 3rd and short.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared, Jerry. Come on. Watch 49. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 42-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. That strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. This is Coleman with a grab. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
A gain of 15. And the Cardinals first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shift. Pick the edge. Come. Check it out, read.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray with a 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 24, check 24.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is Grant, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Play fake. Murray. That's caught. It's Coleman. And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Coleman, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Do it.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football. and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Let's go. 25.
From the gun, Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
13 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Back to the ground, it's Hill. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Check 43. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
48 for Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. Ricky.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here we go. Now the roof. Come off the ball.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Larry Fitzgerald. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. 49, guys. Mike, 49. I got him. 49.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey, 4 down. Hey.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
First down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
48, Mike. 48, hustle. Here we go. 48.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go. I need one over here. Mike, 48. Check.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he hits Drake. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Completes it to Coleman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray again. It's complete to Drake. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. 49. Here we go. 49, guys. Let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 26. Check 13.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Come on. Wide, get wide. 66, pull it,
They go play action with Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now Jackson on first down. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
I got you.
It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They're running. Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
We got this.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I'm going back to you. Truck. Mike 48. You're not ready.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 as rookie.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Ravens 42, Cardinals 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First down.
Here's Murray from midfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Throwing on second and long. Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And now running right through it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he rifles one that's intercepted, it's Eric Harris who picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We own them. We own them. Joker, 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 joker. Check. Come on.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. 3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking for... And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Look, 49, guys. Mike, 49. I got you. I got you. Bang, 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 bang.
Now this time Murray to throw it. This is Coleman with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Hey, I got it. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Echo. Mike's 49.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. I've been a business.